Hello, friends. Welcome back to English Classes Online. My name is Benjamin. In today's video, we are going to look at argumentative essay, learn the 7 key steps in the writing process. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Click on the bell icon as well, so that whenever a new video goes live on this channel, you will be notified instantly. Let's dive into the lesson right away. We shall begin with the lesson objectives. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to do the following. Number 1, define an argumentative essay. Number 2, explain the features of an argumentative essay. And number 3, explain the steps in writing an argumentative essay. So let's look at this one by one. What is an argumentative essay? An argumentative essay is a piece of writing in which you present reasons aimed at persuading your readers to accept your opinion on a given topic, all right? This is very important. You are telling your readers that your opinion is better than the opinion or viewpoint of your opponents. Simply put, an argumentative essay is a persuasive piece of writing. It usually comes in form of a debate having 2 sides, for and against. So in that case, you have to present your arguments either for or against the given topic. In other words, you are either in support of the motion or you are opposing the motion. That is how, that's what an argumentative essay is all about. Now let's look at the features of an argumentative essay. Now the first feature is the title or heading. All right, so that's the first thing you find in an argumentative essay. It has to have a title or a heading. That is the topic. Then number 2, the opening greetings, because an argumentative essay is written to be spoken. It envisages a situation where it is going to be presented as a speech in a debate, all right? In most cases, in various English exams, you are asked to write a speech. You are the chief speaker in a debate on the topic, then you are given the topic, and then you are asked to write or to present your arguments for or against the topic, all right? So whenever you write an argumentative essay, you have an audience in mind, and so you come with your greetings. Well, it depends on the form in which you are asked to present your argumentative essay. If you are asked to present your arguments in form of an article, then you don't need opening greetings. If you are asked to present it in form of a speech, then you need the opening greetings. I hope this is clear. Then the third feature is the introduction, and it contains paragraph 1. Paragraph 1 will present the subject matter, all right? You have to present the subject matter, and you have to state your stand on the argument. You have to pick one side of the argument, and you are either supporting or opposing. So it is in the introductory paragraph, you make this clear. Then the body of the essay should contain paragraphs 2, 3, and 4, as the case may be. So at least 3 points. So these 3 paragraphs within the body of the essay should contain and discuss 3 main points or more, depending on how many points you want to present, but it should not be less, the points should not be less than 3, all right? Excuse me. Then in paragraph 5, which is still within the body of the essay, you are expected to demolish your opponent's points. You have to envisage the points made by the opponents, those who are opposing your viewpoint. Then you have to state their arguments and then you demolish them. That is part of a very effective argumentative essay, all right? Then the fifth feature is the conclusion, and that should contain the last paragraph where you summarize what you have said and then you emphasize your viewpoints and you thank the audience, all right? Now let's look at the steps in writing an argumentative essay. Step number 1, read and understand the question or the writing prompt. Now, as a candidate in an English exam, you are asked to write an argumentative essay. The first step is for you to understand the question or the writing prompt. Usually, the question or the writing prompt gives you the topic. So step number 2 is to think about the topic in order to generate ideas for your essay. As you think about the topic, naturally, different ideas will come flowing into your mind. And in step number 3, you jot down all the relevant points you can think of under 2 headings, for and against. Well, let me give you a picture of what to do in this case. Well, let me draw it so it will be a bit faster. So in this case, you can draw a table with 2 sides, for and against, all right? Okay, so you draw a table like this with 2 sides. One side is for and the other is against. So you jot down the points, all right? You jot down the points that are in support of the topic. Whatever ideas or points come to your mind, you jot them down. Points that, support the topic. Points in favor of the motion. Then on the other hand, you jot down also points that oppose the motion. All right, so when you jot down all the points that come to your mind, then you look at the 2 sides, and in step number 4, you decide which side has stronger arguments and take a stand. Assuming you have 5 points here and you have only 3 points against, then you may decide to choose this side. And then to make your points very powerful, you reorganize your points and probably merge some points into stronger points. You may decide to choose 3 or 4 very cogent points, all right, that are very convincing, that you can discuss convincingly, all right? So that's point number 4, where you decide which side has stronger arguments and take a stand. If you have more points in support, you decide to support the argument. If you have stronger points against, then you may decide to oppose the argument. But you see, it is at the planning stage, you decide which side you are going to pitch your tent. Are you going to argue in support of the motion, or are you going to argue against the motion? Now, once you have done this, then you rearrange your points and form a clear outline, all right? So that is exactly the way to plan your argumentative essay. This is an example of your outline, all right? Well, let me clear this marks, all right? Okay, so here, this is an example of an outline. Of course, I've included other features, all right? So now you begin with the title. Let's assume that you are asked to, present your arguments for or against the topic, teachers are better than farmers in a society, all right? There are always two sides to an argument, and you have to agree with one side and oppose the other. Okay, so then the second thing is to jot down your opening greetings, all right? If you are writing a speech, then you need an opening greeting. If you are going to present your argumentative essay in an article, then you don't need the opening greeting, all right? Okay, so then the next is the introduction, and your introduction should contain paragraph 1. It is in paragraph 1 you introduce the topic for discussion. So what do you do here? You indicate the side of the motion you want to argue. For example, I am here to support the motion which states that teachers are better than farmers in a society. If you are opposing, then you said, I am here to oppose the motion. Teachers are better than farmers in a society, all right? So it is at this point, you state your stand, and then if you don't need to define the terms because they are obvious, then of course you state your thesis. What will be your central argument? You may come with enumeration. You may enumerate the points that you are going to discuss within the introductory paragraph, all right? Now, having said that, let's now go to the next step, and that is the next thing in your outline will be the body of the essay, where you have the key points you are going to discuss. In paragraph 2, you present point 1. Here you may say that teachers teach knowledge, and knowledge gives you the power to do all other things in life. So you are saying that everything you do in life, including farming, needs to be learned, and the person who is going to teach you how to farm is called a teacher, all right? So to that extent, you are arguing that teachers are better than farmers, all right? Then in paragraph 3, you present point 2. Here, your argument is that if there are no teachers, then there will be no farmers. Why? Because farming is learned like every other skill. So if you are not taught how to farm, how do you become a farmer? You become a farmer because you have learned how to farm. Farming is a skill, farming is an occupation, and so you need to learn it from someone who has done the farming before or who has learned how to farm before, and that person who is going to teach you the occupation is called a teacher, all right? Okay, so that is your argument. Then paragraph 4 is where you present point 3, and here you may say that modern farming methods are ideas taught by teachers. You can argue that there are modern farming methods that are replacing even the older ones, and you are saying that even right now, there wouldn't have been any modern farming methods if there were no teachers to teach the ideas in the first place. All right, so this is exactly your argument. Once you have presented your argument, the next thing is the demolition. All right, so in this case, you pick one of the most important points from the arguments, the opponent's argument. Don't forget that you have jotted down points in support and points against, or points in opposition. So you are going to pick the most powerful points from the opposition. And probably this point is the argument that teachers won't eat without farmers, that, if farmers don't produce food, how will teachers eat and all that? So in this case, you are saying that this argument is a fallacy and that it is based on ignorance. In this case, you are saying that the one who teaches you how to fish can easily get pieces of fish to eat. So somebody who taught you how to farm can produce farm produce by himself. So that argument is a fallacy. So that's how to demolish the opponent's argument. When your opponent has made a point, then you find a way to say that that point is a fallacy, or it is fallacious, or it is untenable, or it is false. All right, and so you demolish it. Okay, so now the next point in your outline is the conclusion. All right, and here you are going to summarize the point discussed, and then you are going to reemphasize the viewpoints. So you jot down exactly the points you are going to make in summarizing your entire discussion. All right. Then once you are through with your outline, the next step, which is step number 6, don't forget we have gone to step number 5, where you rearrange your points and form a clear outline. We have gone through the outline, and the next step, which is step number 6, is to write your essay using the features of an argumentative essay and the points you jotted down in your outline. After writing your argumentative essay, the final step, which is step number 7, is to cross-check your work and correct any mistakes therein. Okay, let me now give you a picture of what an argumentative essay should look like. So when you look at this, you see that it begins with the title. I prefer writing the title in capital letters. It is what I call the total capitalization method. Write the title in capital letters, and you don't need to underline it. And you have to place your title on the top center of your answer sheet. Now, what follows should be the greetings, and as I earlier mentioned, your greetings become necessary if you are asked to write a speech. Now, this is what the greetings in an argumentative essay should look like. Mr. Chairman, the panel of judges, timekeeper, co-debaters, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Now, you need to observe that the keywords in this are written, the keywords begin with capital letters, all right? The keywords begin with capital letter, and the first word in every line begins with a capital letter, all right? So, and then another point you need to observe is co-debaters, not co-debaters. Some erroneously come up with co-debaters, and that is completely un-English. The correct word is co-debaters, all right? Now, after your greetings comes the first paragraph, and you can start your argumentative essay by simply saying, I stand here to speak in support of the motion, teachers are better than farmers. And then you go ahead to, present your thesis, all right? You can say that you are convinced that teachers are better than farmers because of this, blah, blah, and you can summarize or list what we usually call the enumeration. You can you can pick the points you have jotted down in your outline. Let me show you, and then use them. Point number one, teachers are custodians of knowledge, all right? Farmers cannot exist without teachers, and teachers teach modern farming methods, all right? So you can just summarize the points. In other words, after stating that teachers, that you are here to speak in support of the motion that teachers are better than farmers, then you can go ahead to state your thesis. You can say you are convinced that teachers are better than farmers because of so many points, among which are the following. One, teachers are custodians of knowledge. Two, there can be no farmers without teachers because farming is learned like every other skill. Number three, modern farming methods are ideas taught by teachers, all right? So you can have your own way of summarizing these points, but it's always important that you come with such enumeration in the introductory paragraph. It enriches your introductory paragraph, and don't forget that most of the time, your readers will gain the interest that will enable them to read further based on what they have seen in your introductory paragraph. If your first paragraph is empty and doesn't contain any powerful points, then the reader may be discouraged and may even stop reading at that point. All right? So having written down your first paragraph, then what you do in the body of the essay is to pick each point you have enumerated and discuss them one by one. And you can use the connectives. You can begin paragraph 2 by saying, to start with, teachers are custodians of knowledge. Then you explain what you mean by this and why does this point justify your position that teachers are better than farmers. You are saying here that teachers are the ones who teach the farmers how to farm. They are the custodians of knowledge, and you are saying that knowledge is what empowers everyone to do whatever they want to do, and that as a farmer, it is your knowledge that enables you to farm. If you don't know how to farm, how are you going to farm? All right. So you need the knowledge, and the custodians of this knowledge are the teachers. That's your argument. Then in the next paragraph, you say, moreover, there can be no farmers without teachers because farming is learned like every other human skill, so then you explain what you mean by this, that every occupation in life is a skill that needs to be learned, and you can't practice any occupation without learning it, and you can't learn it without the teachers, all right? So this positions the teachers as better than farmers because the teachers are the ones who produce the farmer, and without the teachers, there can be no farmers, all right? So in this case, you are saying that the teachers are the gods of the farmers, just as God created human beings and there couldn't have been human beings without the creator, so also there couldn't be farmers without the teachers who made them what they are. So, that is your argument, very powerful argument, all right? Then in the next paragraph, then you come up with the third point, in which you are saying that the modern farming methods being used to boost farming activities today are ideas taught by teachers, all right? And teachers are the ones who come up with these ideas and show the farmers what to do. And without the ideas taught by teachers, then of course the farmers would not know the next step to take. So that, of course, is your argument. Then, once you have discussed your points, then you need to demolish your opponent's point. So in this case, you can simply say, my opponents will insist that without farmers, teachers won't eat. You say, such a claim is based on ignorance because, you see, this is how to demolish it. You can say this is absolutely a fallacy, or you can say this is untenable. This is a false claim because, so you are giving a reason why this argument from your opponent is completely unacceptable. You can say that this is unacceptable because of this, because of that. So that is how to demolish your opponent's argument. Don't forget that your aim in writing this argumentative essay is to convince your readers that your own opinion is better than the opinion of your opponents. So now that you are through with every other thing, the last paragraph will be the conclusion. So you can say, in conclusion, I am convinced that teachers are better than farmers in a society, in view of the above undeniable facts. All right? You may even eliminate in conclusion and begin with, in view of the above undeniable facts, I am convinced that teachers are better than farmers in a society. Then you go ahead to strengthen your argument by saying, besides, an adage says that it is better to teach a person how to fish than to give them a few pieces of fish. Farmers give the society pieces of farm produce, whereas teachers teach the society how to farm. So it is as clear as noonday that teachers are better than farmers. Now that you have presented your argument, and I must emphasize that when you are submitting when you are making your submission, all right, you don't use some weak expressions that, like, I think, I hope. No, you are not thinking anything. You are not hoping anything at this point. You are convinced, all right? You are convinced, you believe beyond every reasonable doubt that this is true. You know, when you are presenting your argument, you look at yourself as a lawyer in a court of law, and you are presenting your arguments, and based on your arguments, your client in a court of law will either be set free or convicted. So your argument should not be something that is weak. You cannot say, I hope or I think. You cannot, as a lawyer, stand in a court and say, well, I think that my client is not guilty. Now, if you say you think, you are not sure, but you must say, well, it is very clear from every indication, from all the facts presented before this honorable court, that my client is innocent of the charges preferred against him. You need to present a very powerful argument. Otherwise, nobody is going to listen to you. If you don't believe in your own opinion, then how do you think someone else should believe in your own opinion? Your conviction should convince your hearers or your readers, all right? So that's what I need to emphasize here. And once you have presented your arguments, then you can round off beautifully by simply thanking the audience. You say, thank you for your patience, all right? So this is how to write an argument, and we have been able to present the 7 key steps in the writing process. And we have shown you how to write an argumentative essay. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you like the video. Very, very important. Is one way of actually giving your support to this channel. Like the video and share the video with your friends and relations, those, especially those whom you think are likely to write an English exam at one level or the other, and may likely write or be asked to write an argumentative essay. So share this video with your friends. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, this is the appropriate time to really hit the subscribe button and make sure you click on the bell icon as well, so that whenever a new video is uploaded on this channel, you will be instantly notified. Well, I have a free gift for you. You will find it in the description section. You will find a PDF file containing the basic units of English grammar. If you're interested in it, click on the link and you will download the PDF file free of charge. You will also find my ebook titled Good Success in English. It is a complete study package for effective English learning, and there are positive testimonies from those who have gotten their own copy of the book. The book is a great ally to all English learners. So if you are interested in getting your own copy of the book, then click on the link in the description box and you'll be able to download your own copy. I implore you to find time to visit our website, the website for English classes online. It is www.englishclassesonline.com.ng. You will also find the link in the description section. If you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, kindly leave them in the comment section below. I want to say a big thank you to all of you out there for being part of today's episode. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Goodbye for now, and remain blessed. Many thanks for watching today's video. A big thank you to all of you out there for being part of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, kindly subscribe to this channel. Subscribe now as a way of giving us support. For notification about new videos, click on the bell icon. You will find the bell icon. Click on it so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you will be instantly notified. If you have actually enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends and relatives. This is very important. If you have any comments, leave your comments below. Any questions, any suggestions, we would gladly receive them and respond promptly and positively to them. See you in the next video. I look forward to always seeing you